That's just fucking cool.
It is. The Brothers Bloom.
Yes.
We are Real Talk. I'm Adam.
Casey?
And this is going to be a fun one. We've done some dark.
Yeah, this is definitely a break off from what we've been doing for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I totally agree.
Definitely lighthearted in comparison.
Yeah, and but a great movie, or is it? We don't know. We've not dove into it yet.
Right.
So, but yeah, we are Real Talk. So please check out the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, or I guess that's all we got right now.
Yeah, and Facebook.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
And you want to get out? You're doing a little noon show on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, I'm doing a lunch break live thing. In about 20 minutes. Check it out on your lunch break. You can go follow me on Facebook, Casey Messick. I think there's two of them. The one that you're going to want is noticeable. It has more people, for sure. So definitely worth checking out for sure.
And I've tuned in live a couple times, so good job.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And I enjoy it. So please, also a pretty cool announcement. The short film that we were in Dreams, has been accepted into a film festival.
Yes, that is definitely cool.
Yeah, so we will be
first.
Yeah. It will be in the Franken Film Fest. That'll be June 9th and 10th.
Right, out of Knoxville.
Knoxville. So yeah.
Nice. That's exciting stuff.
I know.
So we can go there. And because of the radio show now, we could probably go there as representing the film and covering the festival at the same time.
Yep, double duty.
No, I like that idea. Press passes.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of fun things. And as people may or may not have heard, you're going to record one tonight, the promo.
Yes.
But there's a promo airing on WLSD 92.5.
Yeah.
So Wisely Scott Dickinson, WLSD.
Right, is what it stands for.
Yeah. So we'll be on there Friday 10 p.m. live.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. So people can...
Yeah. What a great day to have an anniversary of the show on stuff. So, every year we could slowly, blow it out. We'll hook up with the Mexican restaurants
and everyone can drink,
giveaway,
call in.
We'll go broadcast live for the Mexican.
Yeah, that'll be great. I didn't realize it was Cinco de Mayo.
No, yeah, totally.
So this week we have the Brothers Bloom. You suggested this one before.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of my favorites. I've seen it a bunch of times over the years. I know it pretty well.
Pretty well?
Yeah, I like the story. I mean, it's real lighthearted. It's got some funny moments. It verges on cheesy because, the storyline, you're kind of like, really? But it's a good story. But the undertone, I like the undertone of the movie and what it's suggesting. So you got the two characters and, the one guy, basically, Adrian Brody's character just feels like he's not living his own life.
No.
He's living a story that's, a life that's been created for him.
He's a puppet.
Yeah.
On the string, basically, of his brother.
Yeah. And so the movie is basically his breaking free to live an unwritten life.
Yes. And his brother, who is played by Mark Ruffalo, is brilliant.
Yeah, no,
as well,
way brilliant.
Yes.
When you look at just the scope of what he does, and even Adrian Brody's character Bloom points it out to Rachel Weisz at one point. He's like, "No, you don't understand." He writes out these cons with nuances and symbolism and just way crazy stuff, but no, way brilliant.
Yeah,
it's a very smart movie.
Yeah, it really is. So we'll get into a few things of it. Ryan Johnson is the director, but the synopsis is two con men who happen to be brothers agree to one last job to swindle a beautiful and eccentric Eris, sorry. Sure. Starring Adrian Brody, Mark Ruffalo, and Rachel Weisz. And I thought they all did a fantastic job.
No, yeah, it's hard to... It would be hard to pick a favorite character when we get into this later. I'm almost jumping ahead, but all the roles are just... Everybody plays everything out really, really well. I mean, every single role in the movie is well acted.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like, even down to some of the extras, like the police chief, and I don't remember where they were, Paris or somewhere, I don't remember.
Yeah.
They weren't in Paris, it was somewhere else.
But yeah, so Ryan Johnson, he directed Looper, The Last Jedi, Knives Out, and The Glass Onion, as well as a little independent movie called Brick with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, I've seen it, but I don't exactly remember the premise of the movie.
I've never seen it, but I've heard and read about it.
Yeah, I know I've seen it, I just can't remember what it's about.
But at the point that The Brothers Bloom was released, he had only had, I think, a short film, Brick, and then The Brothers Bloom. So he had, he hadn't had Looper yet.
Well, I hadn't even noticed until I was looking at our notes here that he was in it.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Well, again, this movie's probably pretty old.
2008.
Wow, okay, so... See, it seems like Joseph Gordon-Levitt would have had more roles by that point, but maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, what was he mainly known for at that point, you would think?
Yeah, I don't know. Again,
I mean, was it still Third Rock from the Sun? Or had he grown out of that? He'd been in like 10 Things I Hate About You that had,
yeah, I would think of by this point he would have been in that.
Like grown out of that one, Ian?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah.
Because that was, 10 Things I Hate About You is the 90s movie, didn't it?
Yeah.
90s.
I watched the movie theater then, and I had to put that title on the marquee.
Yeah, we were talking about the States, and we were talking about that movie just the other
Oh, really? I've only seen it that one time. I've only seen it the time in the theater. It's the only time I've
that's
ever...
a good one. It's entertaining for sure.
But yeah, Looper, The Last Jedi, Knives Out, and Glass Onion. So some interesting facts. It makes sense. I was wondering what that noise was.
No, yeah.
And at first I was like, is it in the soundtrack?
No, yeah.
Gumball Machine.
I wasn't able to get a pink one. So.
And you didn't get one?
I didn't get a pink one. No.
Oh.
God, don't hurt your teeth on this thing.
Why does this one look like this?
I know, it looks like a watermelon.
I know,
It does, doesn't
but
it?
there's no other ones in there that are like that. I'm
Wow.
serious. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy. It took me a minute too. I heard it and I was like, what am I hearing? But then I noticed her out there. I was like, oh, that's
The gumball.
The gumball.
Yep. So this is a $20 million budget. You can tell this has
No,
some...
the locations are gorgeous.
And even the effects, they all look practical.
I was gonna say there's a lot of explosions.
It made $5.5 million in America, but $47 million worldwide. So it was a profitable film. Rotten Tomatoes 68%, IMDb 6.7, and audience rating 64%. So all pretty much around the same.
Yeah.
Range.
Which is crazy. Personally, I'd give it higher than
Yeah.
and then 6.8 or even it's 7 or 8. I personally like it. It's got smart dialogue and
It reminded me, and I'll touch on this later, but it reminded me of a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
A lot, especially with like a lot of the zoom ins.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. Kind of like this eccentric storyline.
Yeah, it's very eccentric, especially with even the clothes they're wearing.
Yeah.
No, it's got a lot of cool visuals.
What is like the bowler hat? Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
And it's almost it gave me like a nostalgic feel, like maybe from like a caper from like the 40s or maybe 40s, I guess, in the 1940s.
Yeah, it definitely gives that vibe.
But it's set in present day at the time.
Yes.
Because at first I was like, is this set back in the when is it set? And then they have like she drives a Lamborghini?
Yellow Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Several actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The one gets another one delivered.
So a few interesting things. Adrian Brody helped Rachel Weisz learn how to skateboard and to rap.
That's crazy. So that would suggest is that actually Rachel Weisz doing the kickflip.
Yes.
That's interesting
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure because you only see him in the background and then her. Like knees down. It could have been anybody.
And this was a very interesting role for her. I've never seen her in a role like this.
No.
I mean, the only roles I've seen her in, they've been rather serious, other than The Mummy. And The Mummy Returns, other than those. I don't know if she was in the third one. I never watched the third one.
I don't think so.
But I know that she's typically in like more serious fare.
Yeah.
It seems like. But this was a nice nice touches. She has some comedic abilities.
Yeah, a lot, and very like, no, it's definitely funny. It's got a lot of funny moments
Yeah.
where she comes sliding out of the ductwork and like kicks the cop, and it's just like, yeah, it's just
Even
funny.
when after she hits him with the bike, you think she's driving off, but then she's trying to turn around.
Yeah, and wrecks it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is the second one she wrecks at
Yeah.
that point.
So we got Joseph Gordon-Levitt can be
Hilarious.
seen. Speaking of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he can be seen for a short time in the beginning of the movie at the bar.
Yeah, I did not catch that.
I didn't catch it either.
At
I
all.
didn't catch it.
Nope.
And I got to be honest with you, when I watched it, I forgot that I'd even researched that particular point.
Yeah.
So I didn't even look for it.
No, right.
I didn't even look
I had
for
no
it.
idea until I looked at the notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
When I saw that, I was like, I need to look and try to, remember
Yeah, I
that.
like him pretty good as an actor.
I do too. I do too.
He's done some good stuff.
The movie starts with a car driving towards the camera and ends with a car driving away from the
Yeah.
camera. And I did notice that
Yeah, I
too.
did too. Yeah.
Bang Bang only says 3 words in the actual movie. Other than singing, she only has 3
Yeah.
words. So that I thought,
That's crazy because, is it because I know she says the one thing in Japanese or whatever at one point, and then when the building blows up, the minarets, she says something.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's it. And then she's singing, that's it. Yeah, no, like, I like that you like that character.
yeah,
And it's great to not have any lines. Yeah, it's Bella's favorite characters.
Bang Bang.
Yes.
Okay, that's
To
cool.
not have any dialogue, I mean,
But be
you get
that-
the point.
Yeah, and she's a pretty impactful character too.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, she's their quote right hand man when it comes
Yeah.
to the schemes and stuff.
Yeah.
This was also 2006's most liked unmade script of the year.
Huh.
So it was made obviously the next year, 2007,
And then,
and then released 2008.
Huh.
So let's get into it, the plot and the story.
yeah. All right, so the plot, basically, you have these con artist brothers, Steven, Bloom, and I don't know, what is Adrian Brody's character's first name? They just call him Bloom
Yeah,
through the whole movie, but I'm not sure I don't remember what his first name was.
I think that's his first name.
So basically,
Bloom.
11 by the way. I just noticed that. And so Bloom. And so they grow up. They're basically growing up kind of on the streets. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it seemed like they were hopping trains at one point.
No, they were hopping to foster.
Yeah, foster homes and like hustling kids and stuff like that. Basically, Steven, the older brother, comes up with these elaborate cons. They become con men, and Bloom, Adrian Brody's character, is basically used as the hook,
Yeah,
more or less, to go in and,
he's pretty much an actor or a performer in his brother's
in his
scheme.
brother's scheme.
Yeah.
The brother writes him out. He's the mastermind, and Bloom is basically the anti-hero.
Yeah.
Basically talking about at one point. And so that he goes in, befriends the people, and and a lot of times you get the feeling it involves these love affairs with women. And so early on in the movie, Bloom's character, you find out, is just, he's not happy because he's realizing that his whole life is living these relationships that are just completely made up for a con, so he can't ever really get close to anybody.
Nope.
And even if he does, is it real,
Is
or
it
is
real
he
love?
playing?
Is he just
you
playing
know,
the role?
Or is he just playing the role? He's really conflicted.
Because we have to let the audience know these cons are elaborate. These aren't just
Yeah.
like week cons. These are
Like
month long.
yeah, super
half a year,
elaborate,
yeah.
global, spanning.
Yeah. And that really surprised me that the global spanning, there was a lot of cool locations.
Yeah, a lot of real cool locations.
And it did look like, a lot of it just looked like something out of an art book.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just so
yeah.
beautiful out of like a picture. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's very visually appealing
Yes.
to watch. I think that's probably one of the things I liked about it. It's very visually appealing. The music's good throughout it. It's good. It adds to it. It's quirky. No, I think it's just all around a good movie. It hits on all the right points for me, and it's just good. It's interesting to watch how it plays out, because you've got Bloom's character, who's again having this like crisis of conscience, I guess.
Because he's, I guess he would be the heart and soul of the movie.
Yeah,
if you were to say.
sure. No, sure. And so he's wanting to get out of this con life because he wants to live an unwritten life, you know.
Yeah.
But the brother, he just keeps getting sucked back in. You know what I mean?
Because he doesn't really, Bloom doesn't really have a life of his own. He doesn't really seem to have any other friends.
No, because you see him,
And
he's
he's-
by himself.
Yeah.
In Montenegro.
Yep.
Where the
Yeah.
hell is Montenegro? I was trying to remember when I was watching it.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've heard of it, but I
I
don't
had
know.
too.
I-
I was like, where is Montenegro?
It looked like maybe a place that I would maybe want to go.
No, yeah, it totally did
Like
exactly.
every
where
place
it's
they
at.
went looked like a place I might want to
know,
go.
It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Well, maybe that's what we need to do, just be con artists.
No, yeah.
We're the radio con artists.
New plan.
Yeah.
But what's funny is we're sitting here. I finished the movie like probably 2 hours ago. No, it was probably closer to 10, maybe. A good length of time ago. And I was curious when I was watching it at the beginning, where's Montenegro?
Yeah.
And here I am on the show. I'm still not sure where Montenegro is, as if we don't have Google.
Right.
Like, why do we...
We both could have just picked
We
up the
could have
phone and
looked,
just.
I've actually got a tablet sitting there. I should probably look. Or somebody watching tell us where Montenegro
Yes,
is.
please do. But yeah, I did really like the story. I thought the plot was great, and it had some nice twists and turns. And
No, it is, and it keeps you entertained for sure. And like I said, it's kind of gimmicky and almost cheesy in a way at points, but I think it's half ripping off just the. But because even the beginning, like when they meet up, I mean, he's coming off a hill on a banana seat bike.
yes,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He hits the Lamborghini, and it's like at no point, or maybe there was, I don't remember, is there like, why are we coming off the hill? But it's great because it's the quirky comedy of it, because he comes off that hill and Bang Bang and Steven are on the hill, like holding up the, like right in the...
Yeah, like the rate, yeah.
Like
7.5. You know,
like a 6.5,
Yeah.
something low from Bang Bang. You know, it's just like, yeah, no, it's great.
and it sets the tone right away.
Yes.
And I think honestly, when I first began watching it, I thought originally, but it could have been more because I had a slow start to it. It had a slow build, and
Yes.
once you realize where it's going, it's like the slow build up on the roller coaster. Once you get there,
Yeah.
you're just
No.
along for the fun ride.
For the fun ride.
Yeah.
You get what's going on early because it's no secret. It's a con.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? What they're doing is a con. But again, it gets so elaborate because they, in this final con that they bring Rachel Weisz into, they write in, like basically Steven has wrote a con, like a con within a con.
yeah,
Even. And it gets really like, because part of their con is outing the con to Rachel Weisz.
yeah.
Is like part of the con in there.
And part of the con also is Stephen has, prepared for his brother to, rat them out basically. Like
Yeah.
that's planned in there.
Yeah.
And everything that you could possibly imagine, Stephen has planned.
Is planned out.
Yeah.
When you think about the scope of it, you're just like, wow. Because like when the movie opens and they're like, it opens at the end of a con.
Right.
Is how the movie starts. And so when it's over and they go to this, looks like, this underground club, like a speakeasy or something. I get the speakeasy vibe even just because
Oh yeah.
everybody's it has that old school kind of vibe to it. But there's a lot of people there. They're like, the Brothers Bloom, they had all been actors in this con.
Yeah.
But that tells you the scope of the con and probably the amount of money that con is bringing in, that it has employed like all these people to pull it
Yeah.
off.
And they're kind of like legendary
apparently
in a way.
And you find out, because they have the mentor guy that had originally brought them on. He, comes on as the story goes. But yeah, no.
What was his name? Dog something?
Dog. I don't remember. I remember he had an eye patch.
The eye patch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Montenegro is in southern Europe, by the way.
Okay.
Located along the coast of central Mediterranean, within southern Europe.
So that's a place that
Where I want to go.
we'll definitely go
It's
there.
nice, for sure.
We have the Brothers Bloom to thank for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, gorgeous.
So what would you say about the characters?
Well, I mean, they're all good. Again,
I think they're all strong
they're all
characters
super, super well played out.
and very different.
Yeah, well,
Very different.
very different characters, but similar. Well, the two love interests in the movie, because it turns into a love story.
Right.
As a con, that turns into a love story. But like Rachel Weisz's character is great because her character is basically this recluse that grew up sheltered in this house because of medical stuff.
Because of a medical misdiagnosis.
Yeah.
Because
So
she was
her
a
whole life to spend this house now wealthy.
Yeah.
She's not, and you find out she collects hobbies. And this is a thing, and so she knows how to do this because that's all she's done.
yeah.
But she's not very sociable and stuff, and she doesn't really know how to. And it works well with Adrian Brody's character,
Yes.
who doesn't know how to. He doesn't even know who he is really, either, because he only has lived his life through his brother's cons.
Yeah.
From the time they were young, like I guess maybe 10 years
Yeah.
old.
Because at the very beginning.
when they're right in the con or the cave.
And that also seems to be like his brother Stephen, which he takes a little bit of a backseat. I'd say he would be the third lead probably.
Yeah, probably, I would say.
But he apparently doesn't have much of a life outside the con either.
No, it's right.
Because that's what he lives for. That's what he wants. That's
Yeah.
basically his whole life, and is to do this con for his brother.
Yeah.
You're the only audience that I need. I think he says that later on in the movie.
And it's interesting because, again, it's a love story that plays out there's a very upfront one with Rachel Weisz, with Penelope
Right.
and Bloom, but then writing backseat to that, even like I said with Stephen, there's a love story of these brothers and what they've been through, and it plays out. I don't want to, I don't want to give away spoilers, but how the movie plays out, you realize, wow, yeah, no, it's some pretty genuine shit how the
Yeah.
movie all ends out,
Yeah.
and Bloom gets free of this con life.
And they all get pretty much, I don't want to end it, but they all get...
They all get what they want.
Yeah, they do. And it's not exactly what the audience would expect.
No, not at all. You know what I mean? I'd seen it a bunch of times, so I knew, but I can remember the first time watching it, and maybe it wasn't even until the second or third time, because there's a lot of little symbol.
This would have been one I wish I would have watched it last weekend, this week, both twice.
Yeah,
I wish I watched it
a lot
twice.
to pick up on.
And I will watch it again.
Yeah, no, it's worth, and I think that's probably why I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
There's a lot to pick up on. There's a lot of symbolism in the movie, just like the cons play out. And no, it's a very, very smart movie.
Yeah.
The script is really smart, very well acted. You can't.
And it goes places like, even with the eccentricness of Penelope,
Yeah.
all the things that she does, I would have never expected Rachel Weisz to do that.
Yeah.
I was telling someone yesterday, they said, what do you think is more difficult as an actor? I said, they said, being, funny or comedic or being serious. And I would always say being comedic and funny. Because how many comedic actors do you see that can actually transition into dramatic?
Yeah. No,
As opposed to, you don't see Sean Penn or Leonardo DiCaprio, or Denzel Washington doing romantic comedies or slapstick comedies.
No, because it would be hard.
Yeah.
Unless you just naturally like that.
And she could do both in this whole cat. This was kind of a different role for all of the actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Adrian Brody often does kind of serious
Definitely
fare, and I don't know if I have a favorite. I did like Adrian Brody's character. I guess out of the three leads, Mark Ruffalo was my least favorite, but I didn't dislike him. No, not at all.
No, yeah, I would say
Because he's pretty much what is propelling the story forward. Without him or his character, there would be no motivations to even push the other two characters together.
no, right. The story would.
Yeah.
Steven's character is. It's pivotal.
Yeah, he's the
built
motive.
on that. Yeah, but the way it plays out is just. it's ingenious, really.
Yeah.
It almost makes you want to be a con man or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You watch these kind of movies and like, man, I can probably.
it does give you
It's
that.
interesting how this all plays out because you can see the brilliance in the con when you're watching it like this is ingenious, man. But it leaves enough points that even still you're not sure until like the movie plays out later on. Like, is this part of the con?
How much is the con have? They're blurring the lines.
The lines, yeah, as the movie plays out,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, is this con?
And how much does Bloom actually know or not
of the
know?
con?
Yeah.
Exactly right. You know what I mean? And yeah,
Because at one point, he doesn't know.
no.
And, well, obviously you knew because you'd seen it, but I'm sure the first time you saw it, you were like, I think I know what the answer is, but is it?
Is it? Yeah.
You
no.
know, is it really con this time? And, you know, the answer is revealed in the movie,
Yeah.
but it was really good. What about the score and the music?
Oh, it's great.
It was.
Even like that opening, that was perfect. I love it. The movie, yeah, it's full of good music. Like beginning to end, and it's all real. It's not that. Well, I was gonna say it's not super heavy on the background stuff, kind of like we're hearing now.
Right.
But it has a lot of that kind of upbeat stuff we had.
Yeah.
At the opening too, and it's good.
And the music, it fits. I mean, the music, it fits the costumes that you're seeing that
Sure,
they're
well, and
wearing.
that's what I was gonna say too, and the location.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like it all is like one, you know, kind of like complimentary background character.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like when I think they're in Belgium. I was thinking Paris.
I think it's Belgium.
Show, but I think it's Belgium.
Yeah.
when I think about it. And yeah, so the music's all very. It's crazy because it's mixed. Again, it gives you that old timey feel.
Yeah.
But it's still, you can tell it's modern.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's just got a little cool stuff because like at the one point they're driving an old Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then the movie's ends, they're in a green Volkswagen Beetle from the 70s. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's right.
And yeah, no, it's cool. It's got a lot of cool moments in it.
Well, this was one of the soundtracks. You know, we've listened to, well, many movies that we've done. They've had like, you know, ominous or, you know, kind of like more. I wouldn't say thrilling, but more intense. You know, notes and beats. Whereas this one's more laid back and nostalgic, and you know, many of the things you described.
Yeah.
But I think it really when you see the screen, when you see the costumes, when you see the actors in the costumes, it all adds up perfectly. All the pieces fit where you think they should.
No, it is absolutely.
And it's not like one thing's out of place, and the music is like maybe the glue that's holding the. You've got the pieces together, but you want to keep that puzzle together, so you glue the backside together.
Yes.
That's the score.
Yeah, that's the score. Exactly.
Like you don't know it's there until you're like you barely hear it a little creep in.
That's exactly right.
So I really enjoyed it, and it's I think it was his. It was someone related to Rian Johnson. I think his name was Nathan Johnson, who did the soundtrack.
Huh.
Yeah, Nathan Johnson, and he's he's related to the director somehow. I think it was his nephew, or maybe uncle. I can't recall. So let's see. Originality. I thought this movie was very original.
Yeah, agreed. You know, because it's a good, it's a good caper movie.
Yes. Yes, it
is.
is.
Really, and it's not your typical. I mean, by any means.
And I mean, how many really? I was trying to think of like more movies like this. There's a movie called Confidence. Have you ever seen that one? It's got Dustin Hoffman, Rachel Weisz is in that one as well, Edward Burns,
Yeah,
and Andy Garcia.
I know it, but I can't swear that I've seen it.
And
I'm thinking like con artist movies. So like,
yeah, like how many are there? There's not
like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels pops in my head as far as a con artist movie.
And then they did a remake of that, but there's not that many.
Yeah,
are there
really?
I mean, I can't think of many, and I'm looking up right now. There's not that many.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking up more like the Brothers Bloom, and it's not giving me any other con artist
Like
movie.
similar stuff.
No.
Nice. Well, that's a big score for originality.
Yeah.
Which makes the Rotten Tomato scores and all that stuff earlier, kind of, but why is there not really a demand for like
I don't think so.
con artist caper movies? Do people just not like it?
I don't. My thought on this one,
Because the ones that have come out, they're all arguably good movies.
I think for the mass public, it wasn't fast paced enough.
Oh, true.
That's what I thought because
It's more of an art piece.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of art piece feel to it.
yeah, and I don't think that would be, I guess you and I are in more the fringe of
Sure.
the movie society because we enjoy some of these outer movies.
Yeah.
Not to say that we can't enjoy a movie like Ant-Man or something.
No, you're right. Still unwatched. Jesus, we got to cover that show.
Yeah.
We'll do it on the radio
Yeah.
show for sure because it's been $20
Yeah.
paid for
And
accidentally.
I've seen the first Ant-Man.
Watch your remotes when you're on, streaming services.
Yeah.
That, you're just hovering on the banner, shit they're scrolling across, or you're just like,
I wonder
where your cursor's at.
I wonder how many, if you add up across the country, how many times, how much money. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to get that.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably, I don't know. And, I don't know, if we would have pursued it, we probably could have got a refund. I don't know. We were probably... Because I got high.
Yeah, that could have been it too.
Or we lost track of the remote. I can't remember.
Or all of the above. It could have been.
Yeah, probably
Who knows?
because we had to go back and it wasn't confirmed until it hit the bank statement.
Yeah. Oh, there's minus $24.
That the movie had been purchased. Oops.
So, the originality of this movie was, like we said, there's nothing I could compare it to. I think this is probably Rian Johnson's best movie out of the ones that
the ones that are listed there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because honestly, I've seen Looper, and it's pretty decent. Of course, there's another Bruce Willis one.
Right.
I don't hardly recall Last Jedi. I have not seen Knives Out or Last
Knives
I'm
Out.
aware of both of them, but I have not seen them.
Now, Knives Out and The Glass Onion reminded me. I could see him being the director of all three.
Yeah.
It had that same feel, except I thought this was better. I enjoyed this one more. Now, the other two, they're not bad films, but I think the one we watched today, The Brothers Bloom, is better than the other ones.
Yeah, and so where on, chronologically, do you know where Brothers Bloom falls in this list of movies? Was it the first one? I mean, looking at this list, it looks like it would be...
You've got Brick, you've got The Brothers Bloom, you've got Looper, Last Jedi, and then Knives Out.
Yeah,
And then I think a short film was in early on, a short film. Because he's not had that many films yet.
Yeah.
But the ones I've seen, The Last Jedi, I never really count when people do, directors do, especially if they're known for a certain kind of thing, do a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie, because that's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
If, I'm trying to think, if Quentin,
I was going to say Tarantino.
I guess he would be different because he would put his spin on it.
That would be some strange Star Wars shit. Oh my god.
But with Ron Howard, he directed, the Solo movie. It was called Solo, the Han Solo movie.
Right.
And it could have been directed by anyone that would know how to do a special effects movie. It wasn't
just another franchise.
Yeah, it's not that's a Wes Anderson movie, or that's a Quentin Tarantino movie, or a Scorsese movie.
Right.
So I don't really count when I see people have done, Jedi movies.
You got me half wondering about a Tarantino space movie now.
Tarantino, which I don't think he'll do it. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't for his life. He says he's only doing 10 movies.
Really?
Yeah. He says he wants to go out on top, so he has one more movie left to direct.
Jeez.
And then he says no more. But he said
I'm not going to get a space movie. That would be surprising.
He flirted with he put some ideas out there. So Star Trek was one of them. I don't think it'll be that.
No, I
hope he doesn't do that.
Don't do a franchise.
A horror movie.
I mean, well, that's
he had suggested another Western. He had suggested Kill Bill Volume 3.
Huh.
And there was another one. I can't recall the other one. But yeah, it'll be coming up soon.
Volume 3. What do you think that would be about? Do you think it would go back and tell
it's-
backstory?
It's the dog. You know, when
Because
Beatrix
David Carradine is dead.
dead. Yeah. Well, it's what the community thinks, from what I can tell, is that you know, when Beatrix kills what's her name, the Black Mamba,
Yeah.
and then her daughter's there.
Yeah.
So the Kill Bill Volume 3, everyone thinks that would be the daughter, avenging her mother's death.
Sure, I can see that.
So-
can see that.
But I'm kind of hoping it will be something totally original.
Totally original would be cool.
You know, like another Pulp Fiction.
Kind of movie.
Yeah. Yeah, not like no. I mean, the westerns are good, but I think you've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Let's move back to like
Go out the way it came in.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
I mean, I guess what was the first one? Like,
Reservoir Dogs, yeah. So
That's another one we'll have to do at some point.
that's one of my favorites.
We've got all kinds of time.
Yes, we do, and all kinds of shows.
Yes.
So I guess everyone would know that we would definitely both recommend this film.
Oh, absolutely, all the way around. Again, unless if you're looking for something super fast paced, but if you're looking for just a good story, you know what I mean, you can watch it with the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
There's no nudity. There's no.
It shows her butt, her 1 second of her,
Yes.
the bottom of her butt, but it's not in any kind of a sexual scene.
No, she's walking out in a hospital gown.
Yeah, it's more of like she's kind of naive and oblivious.
Yes.
Is how I took it.
No, well, her character is definitely naive. You can tell. And there's this scene where they kiss for the first time, Bloom and Josephine.
Yeah.
And or Penelope rather, where I got Josephine. Penelope. That she's never kissed anybody before.
Right, that's true.
It's hilarious.
Well, I was thinking when I was watching that,
Dominies,
like going into that, filming that scene, it would be like, I'm going to kiss you terribly, don't you?
right.
Adrian Brody, yeah, okay. So that would have to be a fun.
No, it's
that would have to be a fun set to be on.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Just all the way around.
Yeah, I think so.
Just you can see it being real lighthearted. Well, and you can tell it in the characters. But yeah, and like, how do you even do that scene like without laughing? Like, I wonder how many times.
How many outtakes they had?
Yeah, that's or maybe not, because it seems like it would just be like, this is insane.
Yeah, like if you actually
Because
think
it's
about what
hilarious.
you're doing, it would take.
Oh wait, she's drunk at the time too, isn't she?
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
she may have had to take a few sips
Oh,
in
maybe.
real life because
Oh, maybe.
I've heard that people do that.
Yeah, to get into. It makes sense.
Like one time, and this is nothing like that, but I had to play like this mountain man, and I had to act kind of drunk and like I didn't know it, kind of out of my mind a little bit, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that as myself. So
Yeah.
I took a few shots of 100 proof moonshine, and after about 3 or
Moonshine,
4
okay.
shots of that, I was able to act that way, no problem.
You were not acting.
Yes. So I didn't. No acting.
The closer to reality it is, unless you have to act,
Yeah,
the better
the better.
the performance is going to be.
Agreed. So yeah, wow, we actually went through the show kind of quick tonight.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, because I feel like we've dove into it a lot.
We covered. Without getting repetitive, which I'm working on getting better at, because I can get long-winded sometimes. But no, we did go through it pretty quick, and because you can only talk. Sometimes I feel like we can only talk about the movie so much
Yeah.
without giving too much away.
And this is a movie that there could be a lot given away.
Yeah, if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you. I want us to do a good show, but I don't want to give away so much of the movie that people are now discouraged from perhaps from watching it because why? We just told you the whole thing.
And I've actually had a few people say that they watched the show after they watched the movie.
That's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, and so yeah.
Or if you want to go ahead and watch the movie and join in on the show, that would be what we prefer.
Yeah, and we do this live, but these are on YouTube. The lives are on Facebook too, so you can still go to the page.
Yeah.
They're shared to both of our profile pages.
Yep.
The other people, the other people show us the page, the YouTube channel. So there's a lot. Even if you even if you catch this, you know what I mean, you go back and watch it. You know, watch the movie and then watch it. So they don't have to watch the live.
Right.
By all means, go check out the YouTube channel.
Yes, please do.
There's a lot of good past episodes on there. And they're cool to watch. I like looking at them too. You know, and if you're just kind of coming into this show, of course, this Wednesday live cast or live stream will become a different. We'll be shifting the theme because the Real Talk program will be moving.
Did your feet
to
go
the
down?
radio. No, I'm still showing.
You're still showing? Okay.
You're froze though.
Okay, I thought
But
so.
hey, the froze. If it makes you feel better, I don't know. Can you see the image? Your frozen image?
I can.
Oh, it's not bad. Like we see a lot of internet froze images when shoots.
I always
so
get
it's like
whenever it usually freezes on me, I'm froze looking like an idiot.
I know. That's what I was saying. It's not
a bad one.
No. You're just kind of chill. Like
Okay, I see it now.
no, it's not bad. You could have been all like.
Yeah, there's a couple. Like when I did the WJHL, the way the way I was frozen that video.
Yeah. Oh, now you're dropped out of my feed. I don't see the split screen anymore.
Okay, but you're still in there.
I still see myself.
Okay, good. As long as you're still in.
Wow, that was really fun. I mean, for the show.
I thought so
I was
too.
surprised.
A couple of things I wrote down. I didn't really know what confidence tricks. They mentioned that in the movie. Had you heard of that phrase before?
Confidence tricks.
Confidence tricks.
No.
So I looked that up, and it's attempting to defraud a person or group after gaining their trust.
Oh yeah.
So these are just a few things that
Which is where I guess you gain their confidence.
But yeah, I thought this. I thought it could have been. I could have seen how this would have been a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
I totally could have seen it
easily. Well, I like again the way it's filmed is really good too. I mean, it's got a lot of cool camera shots. I like the segues to the different sections. Same kind of thing I like. Like the way they did the menu.
Right.
When we did that show or that we covered that movie. Which go back if you haven't seen either that episode or that movie, the menu. Any of the stuff we've covered. I mean, any of the movies we've watched, like I said,
like there's not been really a bad movie. I don't think. I think we've recommended every film that we've.
No, like they've all been pretty good, and we've had our better than again, like when we did Nightcrawler, it was Stacy's favorite by far. I don't know. Well, I don't know. See, I don't even know that I could pick a favorite necessarily that we've covered so far. Like I like the menu really well, and I enjoyed doing that show, but it very much touched into my personal background.
Right.
But a lot of them were really good. I really like Nightcrawler. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's another really smart movie. They're all good movies.
Yeah.
It's hard to, I think even if I had to pick my least favorite, I would say was probably Infinity Pool. But it was still a good movie when
Right.
all said and done. I think I ended up liking it, appreciating it more by the time we were done with the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I finished watching it, I get an hour before the show. I was like, that was strange as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then by the time we finished the show, and you had seen it a couple of times, so you were pretty versed. And I was like, well, no, like when I look at it that way, it's like, it really was a better movie than I thought it was, actually.
Well, see, I've done that when we've come in there. Like, I've enjoyed, there's not been a movie I haven't enjoyed.
No, they've all been
but
good.
But when we've discussed it, I like Jacob's Ladder. I enjoyed it the first time, but after we discussed it, I went back and I've watched it again, and I'm going to watch it a third time too.
Yeah, such a good one.
Yeah, and
so bizarre.
And that's actually given some inspiration for the short film as well. The last part of it.
Nice.
And some of the score on Jacob's Ladder I used in ours, but I flipped it and reversed it. So it's not copywritten that way.
No, nice. Yeah, well played.
So,
very smart. Noted. No, that's good.
So we got my feet went down, but you're on, so that's fine.
No, I'm still good.
But we've got a lot of great stuff coming up. Casey's getting ready to record, I guess technically your first promo.
Yeah, this will be the first one.
And it'll be airing probably
on
tomorrow.
The radio. Yes.
Tomorrow on WLSD.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So please check out the Other People's Show
Absolutely.
on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and any social media. We're on iTunes and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, Spotify.
And next, not next week, but Friday,
This Friday, 2 days.
10 p.m.
Yeah, 92.5. I don't know. I imagine you can find it on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, it's on iHeartRadio.
So if you want to listen online, you can totally tune in.
And it's going to be
I noted I got to start.
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers is the opening. Yeah,
So that's going to be
movie. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we got Natural Born Killers, Pulp Fiction, and then Sling Blade.
Sling
Next
Blade.
couple.
The next couple, I can't remember if
We had to come up with the
the one for every month.
no, but it'll be
it'll be something. Maybe by the end of the month we'll let the audience pick the last.
yes. It could be
perhaps
do some
or at
kind
least
of
make some suggestions.
or maybe we could do what you suggested. If the audience calls in and wins, they want to choose the movie, come in and talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a good idea.
First month,
You do that. We could do that about once a month.
Yeah.
And
I think
let
that'd be
whoever wins pick the movie in the whole 9 yards. Oh, that could get super interesting.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think so too.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and we got some guests and stuff coming up too. So
Yeah, a
that's
lot
gonna
of
be
good
fun.
stuff in store for sure. Good time. It's going to be an exciting summer.
It definitely is. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Have a great night,
I'm Adam.
Casey.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I don't know why my feet are still going live.
I'm still going.
Yeah, we're still going live, everyone. This
Still
is
going.
the Patreon.
Yeah, Be Real. Yeah, Patreon stuff.
Like, isn't it odd that it's
Like
still?
I set up a Patreon too. Finally.
Did you?
Yeah, I haven't dropped any content on it yet, but it's there.
Isn't it weird that the computer shut down, but the program's still running?
Yeah, that's very
And
interesting.
you're on it, but I guess because it gives me restore session.
Really? So like I'm wondering if the live will know when we go back and watch it. Is it just me? Like or are
It's
you
just
still?
you.
Oh,
Yeah, I see you right now.
all right. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
No, it is totally just me.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well.
You want to say your goodbyes?
No, I'm good.
Okay.